Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, my name is Irmayanti Rosidin and three last digit students number 036.
Hello, I'm Laylatul Ramadhani with three last digit students number 012.
My name is Nurul Bintang Fajriandini with three last digit students number 013.
My name is Azmii Fauzziyah with three last digit students number 010.
And today we're going to presenting genre of narrative. Hope you enjoy it.
Recount. Recount is a style of writing that recalls an event or experience that happened in the past. It's usually based on experience of the writer. Recounts are usually told in chronological order. That means the events are described in the order they happened. This helps the reader or listener to understand what's going on. The types of recount is 1. Personal recount. This type of recount is all about the writer recollection of a particular event or experience. It includes things like diary writing, but it also what we do whenever we tell someone a story about something that happened to us. 2. Factual recount. A factual recount includes things like newspaper reports. The purpose of a factual recount is to inform, rather than entertain, the reader about a particular event.
3. Imaginative recount. This kind of recount applies factual knowledge of an event to create a fictional account of that event. 4. Procedural recount. Procedural recounts are most often used to describe an experiment so that it can be replicated by others. Because of this, the language needs to be exact. Procedural recounts might not even involve the use of full sentences. The last is literary recount. This kind of recount is all about entertainment. They can be about fictional or real events and involve real or fictional characters.
Narrative. Narrative text is a type of text that tells a chronological story in the past tense. 1. Folklore and fairy tales. Folklore are cultural tales, are stories shared by a particular group that contain traditions, proverbs, myths, and legends. These tales are part of their cultural identity. A lot of folklore stories contain cautionary messages to help educate the youth about the world. Some popular examples of folklore stories are Little Red Riding Hood and Hansel and Gretel. A fairy tale is a type of narrative genre that is a subgenre of folklore. These stories are characterized by fantastical creatures such as dragons, elves, and talking animals, and contains elements of magic. Some popular examples of fairy tales include Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. 2. Fables. Fables are a type of narrative genre that have a particular focus on illustrating a moral lesson. Fables are written in either prose or verse and explicitly features plants, mythical and legendary creatures, and natural forces. These elements are a key part of the fable genre. Some popular examples of fable are the tortoise and the hare, and the lion and the mouse.
3. Fantasy. Fantasy is a type of narrative genre that incorporates fantastical and magical elements into the facts that do not exist. And some of these include high fantasy or epic fantasy and low fantasy. High fantasy work of this kind severity form or actual word. The authors has devised their own species, culture, and scientific laws. And low fantasy is tends to differ from high fantasy in the sense that it doesn't always take place in a fantastical place. It tends to incorporate magical elements into an otherwise normal world. And 4. Science fiction. Science fiction is a type of narrative genre that deals with exploring world with unique technologies. A popular one is the distinction between hard and soft science fiction. Hard science fiction, these are pieces of literature that can stand against scientific scrutiny and are rooted in facts and logic. And soft science fiction tends to be a lot more lenient on the factual plausibility of events. And the last one, romance. The romance genre is a piece of work that places emphasis on the romantic relationship of two people, having obstacle to overcome is a common type. It's a common trope that a lot of romance pieces, as it makes the resolution more satisfying. Romance novels date back to ancient Greece and have mentioned their positions as one of the most popular types of narrative.
Thank you for watching.